Aloha and welcome everyone to Maui Nonprofit Notes, the weekly radio show where we talk story with Maui's nonprofit executive directors and staff to find out how they're working to support the needs within our community. Maui Nonprofit Notes is generously sponsored by Pacific Source. If you're building or remodeling a home, you've just got to check out Pacific Source's cabinet and appliance showroom in the Waikapu Bayshard. I'm Susie Tiemann, Executive Director of Lokahi Pacific and President of the Maui Nonprofit Directors Association. And it's my pleasure to introduce Kaimana Brummel, who is our co-host for today, and she's with the Hawaiian Canoe Club. Hi there, Kaimana.
Good morning, Susie.
How you doing?
Good afternoon.
Oh yeah, we're just past that point, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Muggy, overcast day on Maui.
Oh, it's an awful day.
But it's going to be an exciting hour because every hour on Wednesdays from 12 to 1, we share with the experience of how our nonprofit agencies are working to benefit our island home community with stories of how these agencies are changing lives, changing communities, and creating miracles of hope for those in need. Today, we are with Lisa Varde of the Maui Memorial Medical Center Foundation, and as of May, she is the executive director, and she's today's guest. Welcome.
Thanks. Thank you for having me.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Very
So,
good.
May to December is what, 8 months? Something like that?
Yep.
7,
About
8 months.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how's it going?
It's been flying by. Time is flying.
Your debut on the radio show.
Yes, first time today on the radio show. Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Thank you. So you were with the foundation.
Yes, I was with the foundation before, so I've been actually with the foundation for about 2 years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to that, you did?
Prior to that, I was at Maui Arts and Cultural Center for 11 years.
Wow, that's a big jump after 11 years.
It is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's time.
It
for
was
a change.
time. It was time for change. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the MAC and all my people at the MAC. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, but that's a big change, though, from the arts to the hospital.
Dealing with people, though, I would imagine that's the skill you have mastered.
It's very different, but the same.
Okay.
Because the aspects of fundraising and nonprofits are the same. It's just different audience, different people we're serving.
Gotcha. Now, as I understand, the foundation over the years has been able to add equipment and procedural things to
Yes.
the hospital
Yeah.
that they would not be able to buy on their own.
That's right.
Through their fundraising.
That's true.
So what are some of the things that you've either just recently done
Yeah.
or maybe we don't know about that's over there?
Yeah. So the foundation, of course, is a separate nonprofit from the hospital, but our mission is just to support the hospital. And we do that by purchasing equipment, by funding training for our clinical staff and continuing education for them, and also for doing supporting community outreach programs. But a big part of what we do is raising funds to buy state-of-the-art equipment. One of the neat things that we bought pretty recently in the last couple of years is wireless EKG machines for all of the ambulances in Maui County.
Wow.
So what happens is if you're having heart condition, you call 911, the ambulance comes, and they'll hook you up to this wireless EKG machine, and the results get transmitted directly to the hospital. So it goes to the ER, it gets to our Heart and Vascular Center, it gets to the doctors on their BlackBerry, on their phone, so they can read what's happening. And by the time you get to Maui Memorial, everybody's ready, the team is all assembled, everybody knows what's going on, so it saves lots of time.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah, so that's something, of course, they have on Oahu in all the ambulances, so a couple of years ago we were able to purchase those for all the ones here on Maui.
And in the case of a heart situation, time is critical.
Yes. What the doctors like to say is time is muscle.
Time is muscle.
Yeah, so every
Okay.
every second that's passing, if you're having something happening to your heart, the muscle is deteriorating.
Right,
Yes.
it's getting weaker
Yeah.
or deteriorating or something, yeah.
And the foundation also supported training for both the EMT first responders and the doctors to get that all coordinated.
We didn't work on training for that, but we do sponsor a lot of training for our nursing staff. Excuse me. We just sponsored a a week-long workshop. It was attended by about 200 nurses. And when we bring speakers in, educational speakers, we also open it up to everywhere. So to Kaiser, Maui Medical Group, other nurses, anyone who wants to come can come and benefit from these educational programs that we have.
And so what was this last one? What was the subject?
She it was a speaker from the mainland. She's nationally known. She's great. Her name is Carol Rowan, and she did a number of different topics. She did unique needs of the elderly. She did new medications and pharmacy, and then she also taught a course for nurses to get their continuing education credits that they need to keep taking.
Well worth bringing her over. It sounds like she could cover a lot of territory.
Yeah.
That's great.
On the fundraising end for the foundation, how are you guys mainly supported? And you have special events, I'd imagine, and you're cultivating donors constantly. Can you tell us a little about that?
We're doing all of that. We do get a lot of support from foundations. We write for a lot of grants, a lot of local foundations. We were just talking about the A&B Foundation. They're a big supporter of ours. We have lots of loyal donors who support us every year, and we were talking to a little bit about some of our best donors that we get are grateful patients, so people that have had good experiences at the hospital and they're really appreciative for the care that they've gotten. And then, of course, we have special events, which we have one coming up this Saturday. It's a concert. It's going to be at the Hyatt Regency Maui. It's a concert with Makana. If you're not familiar with Makana, he is an awesome slack key guitar player. And but he's very versatile. He also plays rock, he plays classical, he plays jazz. I've seen him before, and he's really an exciting performer. So we're very appreciative to the Hyatt who brought this event to us, and they're sponsoring it for us. And yeah, it's going to be fun.
That's this Saturday, the 8th.
This Saturday, the 8th, at the Hyatt. Tickets are $45. There's also VIP tables for 10 available. Those are $1,500. And people can call us at the foundation at 242-2630 to buy tickets.
What time does it start?
It starts at 6.
Great.
So 6 o'clock at the Hyatt. We're going to have a silent auction, of course. So we've got good hotel stays and golf and restaurants and a lot of fun packages too.
There's such a combination of things in the silent auctions.
Like,
you walk in.
Random.
There's probably some artwork.
Yeah.
Jewelry.
We have a really nice lamp.
Yeah. It's almost worth just going and walking through there to see what's available.
Well, you know what they have at the Hyatt right now?
No, what?
An ice skating rink.
Oh, that's right. That's where they just put that new one in.
That's right. Yeah. So you should all come and make a weekend of it, because in addition, the Hyatt is offering special room nights rates for people that come to the concert. So you might as well come, go to the ice skating rink, stay overnight at the special discounted rate, and come to the concert.
I think that's a great idea. It's an early Christmas present, I think.
Yeah, and we've had people buying the tickets as a Christmas present to give to other people. So that's
nice.
A good idea too.
Yeah.
December's hard for events because it's so busy. Everybody's busy.
That gives you
It's
a break,
a crazy time
break
of year.
from the busyness to go over. And because the concert's on Saturday night, it's a perfect venue, perfect day.
A date night. Or maybe a way to show appreciation for someone. I think sometimes we can get caught up in the idea of giving things to people. And sometimes the best things are really experiences, and to know that money that you're putting into having someone or yourself have this great experience is going to such a great cause. It's really two things in one.
That's true.
And it's not going to sit on your shelf for a year or
it's not like a fruitcake or something. It's not gonna
not gonna make you feel guilty.
It's a win-win for sure. Yes. Wow, that's great. Now, some of the other things that you do as fundraisers, events, kinds of things during the year.
We have some other events that we do. We just had one in October at Spago at the Four Seasons, and they're a great supporter of the hospital too. And we had a beautiful dinner, and Spago is they're the best. So that was another one we just had. But in terms of other kind of event things that we do, there's a couple of community outreach programs that we fund. One of them is our breast cancer program, and we work with Community Clinic of Maui. And the foundation pays for mammograms for women who are either underinsured or have no insurance.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of a last resort. If community clinic can't fit them into any other kind of program, then we're able to pay for those mammograms and screenings for these women. So far we've helped over 400 Maui women who otherwise wouldn't have this screening, which we all know is very important
Right.
to get.
And it
Right.
contributes to our really high rate in Hawaii of screening. I think we lead the country, no?
Yeah, I
pre-screening?
did see that. Yeah, Hawaii is good at getting important
Maui
health tests
Memorial
like that.
Foundation
Is a
helping
part of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, people obviously would pay for these fundraisers and so forth, but there's other ways people can gift to the foundation. You've got different kinds of programs out there for future gifts, planning.
That's true. That's true.
Tell us a little bit about some of those.
Sure. What's interesting is actually the foundation was started because of a planned gift from a grateful patient. And his name was Richard North. He lived in Kihei, and he was so appreciative of the care that he got at the hospital that in his will, he left his entire estate to the hospital, which was $1.2 million.
Wow.
And so that was what started the foundation back in 1997.
Nice start.
Yes. So, and we've received a number of gifts like that, but definitely, gifts like a bequest or putting something in your will, or gifts of life insurance, real estate. We've received a number of gifts of properties too. So, there's
Wow.
lots of different ways to help besides just
And
sending a check.
There is a way that you can give like your home as a gift and live in it until you die or until you want to move out, right?
Yep.
But
Yep.
it's yours on record, and it's there for you when they pass.
Yeah. Or even things like annuities where you give the principal and then you're receiving the interest. There's lots of different ways to give.
So now, if someone's interested in doing something like that, do they contact whoever's handling their
Yes.
estate, their personal attorney?
Yes. Yeah,
And
they
then
should contact their financial planner or attorney. But
Okay.
we would love when people let us know that they've done that, because a lot of times people don't tell us, and we never know until something happens, and then we get the gift. But we
Wow.
like to be able to appreciate people while they're still around, and
Yeah. That would. That'd be
sometimes people
interesting.
don't tell us. Yeah.
Surprise.
Happy New Year. Kind of makes budgeting a little difficult, maybe.
Yeah.
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 On the fun side, because it's a gift.
You
That you're
never
getting,
know.
yeah.
When you're gonna get it.
Now, if someone is interested in doing that, and then say something happens down the road, and they find another cause that they're even more excited about, can they cancel something like that?
Yeah.
They
Oh
can't-
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a permanent commitment by any
No.
means.
No, because it's voluntary, so they can always change
Okay.
their mind and switch the different allocations or amounts or.
Right.
I can't think to always reflect on how, my memorial's the only show in town.
It is.
How
That's right.
vital it is that we as a community support it.
Exactly.
And my experience in my memorial has always was positive, because I'd only been admitted there once, and it was to give birth. But a lot of times people's experiences there might be their lowest times in their life. And so to have a quality care, to have the latest equipment so they're not having to fly to Honolulu or to the mainland to receive care is so important. We can keep them in their support networks and things like that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's such a good point. It's the only hospital serving all of Maui County. So that's partly why I chose to move over to the Hospital Foundation, because I really believe that it's vital to our community. It's the only one.
Right. It's
Something
the only
happens, that's where you're going.
That's
So
right.
I think
We're going to take a quick break for Pacific Source, and we'll be right back.
Aloha, this is Paul from Pacific Source. We'd like to wish everyone the happiest of holidays and thank you for your support over the years. Pacific Source has offered more of what builders and homeowners value most in building materials and cabinet design. We've done this by offering superior customer service and products, as well as by designing kitchens and baths that are intelligent and elegant while staying true to your vision and budget. Visit our showroom in Waikapu in Central Maui, where we display a variety of cabinets as well as top-name appliances like Sub-Zero, Wolf, Viking, KitchenAid, and more. We display countertops, tile and wood flooring, and several brands of windows and doors, including Fleetwood multi-slides and Lock and Tina folding doors. Maybe you can give your home a holiday gift that you'll love. Come in and talk to our designers about making your dreams become a reality. From concept to completion, we really believe our attention to detail and superior service are what sets us apart. Let us show you what we mean. We are Pacific Source at 515 East Oahe Way in the Consolidated Base Yard in Waikapu, just off Waiko Road. Call us at 986-0380 or look us up online at packsource.com.
And we're back. This is Maui Nonprofit Notes, the weekly radio show where we talk story about the nonprofit organizations here in Maui County and what they're doing to support the needs of the folks who live here. All of you out there. I don't know, are we listened to on other islands?
Molokai Lanai, they can reach us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all Maui County?
Yeah, Maui
okay.
County, yeah.
All right, so we haven't reached some of the other places. No national fame or...
Well, the side of the big island that faces us.
Side of
From the side.
Okay,
side.
all right. That's our engineer Gary telling us who's listening to us or who can listen to us. As we talk to Lisa Varde, who is the executive director of Maui Memorial Medical Center Foundation. That is a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. I know.
But I'm looking here at something that talks about the things that you support. We talked a little bit about the state-of-the-art life-saving medical equipment, capital building and expansion projects, financial assistance for the clinical staff education, patient care programs, community outreach and health prevention programs, and the cancer prevention program, which you just mentioned. And it's just, I don't know, I think, it's one of those things that foundations just kind of sit out there. I don't know. It's just, is that just my impression? I know I'm getting funny looks from the rest of the people here in the studio. What are you saying, Susie? They have a cause. I mean, they're attached to the hospital. It's all about the hospital, and helping to make the hospital the best it can be, and serve the best it can. And that's what we're all looking for because we live here. And I've had a few more experiences over there than you have, and they've all been good. I've had 2 knee replacements, and I can't say enough good about Maui Memorial.
That's great.
And other people, the people look at me and say, "You had it done here," and I wouldn't even think of going anywhere else.
Well, and you don't need to now.
No, right.
The hospital has made huge strides and great improvements, and it was built in 1952. It was old. It's been around. It's been here forever. So,
Yeah.
But now there's the new wing. I don't know if you stayed in the new area, but there's all kinds of new. The building, the equipment, staffing. We have over 1,500 employees at the hospital.
And there may have been a time when people thought of it as a second-class hospital.
Yes.
But that's not been in the last, 10 years?
It's definitely not the case anymore.
And certainly not today.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because of a lot of what the foundation's been able to support. Can you talk a little bit about the partnership that the foundation has maybe with the doctors? Obviously, they need to articulate their needs and what are the priorities based on our population, the population's needs.
That's true. And the doctors have, their finger on the pulse. I just made a pun.
Very good.
I didn't mean to do that.
That was very good.
But as far as what they need and what's needed, programs and equipment and all that kinds of things. So we're definitely in contact with them and all the different departments. There's lots of different departments at the hospital, and the foundation, we like to support all of them. There's OB, there's of course, we talked about heart and vascular. There's all the different floors and other departments. So, and we have a couple of physicians also on our board. We have a volunteer board of directors. I think we've got about 25 members right now, and we do have physicians on our board. Dr. Inoue, she's the chief of staff at the hospital. She's on our board. Dr. Rogers, Dr. Garcia, he's from Maui Medical Group. So we have good expertise that helps us to know the best way that we can help the hospital.
So do you set out a plan? I mean, with your board, do you say, okay, here's the kinds of things that are needed? How do we approach this? How do we raise the funds to do these things? And set out a timetable for them or something? Or
Yeah, that we definitely do that. And right now, actually, we're in the middle of a capital campaign. It's a $2 million capital campaign, and we've raised about 1.6 so far. And so this campaign, we're specifically focusing on heart and vascular because that's one of the most important things that's happening right now at the hospital, and that's really making a difference as far as people not having to fly to Oahu anymore to get care, to get a stent, angioplasty, to have open heart surgery. All that is being done now at Maui Memorial, which is great. So that's our campaign we're working on to support equipment and space and training for all of that.
Wow.
And on the hospitals, then they've been able to match that with some great cardiologists now that are on staff, correct?
Yeah. We have the cardiologists and heart and vascular staff. Really, they're the top of they're the best. Really, we have 2 interventional cardiologists. They both are graduates from Harvard. They worked at big hospitals on the West Coast. That's Dr. Lee and Dr. Chambers. We have Dr. Dang with us. He's an open heart, a thoracic surgeon, and he came to us from Queens last year. He's considered the best heart surgeon in the state. So we're very fortunate to have him, and Dr. Dorheim, who came from the University of Nebraska. So the team there is really just the top of the line, and we're starting to get patients as well from the Big Island side because it's faster to fly from the Big Island to Maui than to go to Oahu. That's just going to take a whole bunch of extra time that a lot of people don't have.
Right.
And sit in traffic to try to get to a hospital.
To the hospital after you get there, right?
Yeah, that's
so it's really true. If you build it in Hawaii, they will come.
I think that was the original thinking.
I think
they're
the
so
pieces.
busy. Yeah, I was just talking to them the other day, and they're just busy.
Well, now it's one of the pieces of literature that I picked up said it's the only hospital in the state that offers a 24/7 stroke intervention program. And in the case of a stroke, time is everything. It may be even more important than a heart attack because the stroke does so much damage immediately.
Yes, that's true too.
So 24/7, that's all the time.
Yes.
Time they're ready.
Yeah.
They're ready for you.
Can you talk a little bit about your staff in your office? I mean, you
Sure.
guys, from my senses, you're small but mighty.
Yes. That is so nice. I love that. That's going to be our new motto. I love it. Yeah, there's only 3 of us, and the amount of work that we accomplish really is tremendous. And before I joined, there was just 2 of them for a long time. So now there's 3. There's myself, and we have Carlina Nakamura, who's our development director. She came to us just a few months ago from Halemakua. She was there for a long time doing development and fundraising. And then Ui Cordero is our admin assistant who's been there forever, and she just keeps us all on track.
On track and line and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Keeps the program moving
We're
forward.
small but mighty.
Small but mighty.
I love it.
Now, your offices are not in the hospital proper. They're in one of the buildings. They're behind it.
Yes, we're
side
on
of
the
it.
hospital campus. So our office is located where the administration buildings are, which is above the ER. So just a little ways up on the hill there above the ER, there's all the administration buildings.
Is that the barracks or something?
You know what they were?
What were
They were nurses' cottages for traveling nurses. Back in the 80s, these buildings were built because there was a nursing shortage. So we were having to bring nurses from the mainland, which of course you don't have to do that anymore, especially with the great program at the college. So they were old apartments.
Interesting. Okay, I understand now.
So if you come into our office, it sort of looks like an apartment.
So you spend the night there naturally.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So it's her job is
it's
24/7.
like it, yeah.
That's the way hospitals operate.
That's the way nonprofits have to operate too.
Only we don't get the room and board.
Yeah.
Stay there.
Wow, that's tremendous, Lisa, and I can tell you love what you do. You glow when you talk about it, and if we had a camera, we'd have it on you.
Yeah.
It's
Thanks, Susie.
I think if you love what you do, it makes all the difference in the
It's
world.
easy to be
and-
successful.
and,
Easier.
and people can tell that when you're talking to them.
Thank you.
So people should see
So
Lisa in
nice.
person.
They should.
This Saturday at 6:00 at the Hyatt Regency after they go ice skating.
Yes.
They can rest their ankles,
Exactly.
probably get something good to drink to heal their body, and listen to Makana.
I know. It sounds perfect.
Yeah, it sounds really nice.
And so for more information on either the show or what the foundation is up to, the number is 242-2630. Any last words before we call
I
it a
had
day?
so much fun. Thank
Yeah,
you. I
honey.
appreciate being able to share what we're doing over at the hospital and the foundation. Thank you.
And for those of you who don't know what to do for Christmas, as a special thank you for something, if you've had something happen and you've been at the hospital recently or appreciate what's happened over there and you want to give a special gift, call Lisa at the foundation and she'll fix you up.
Thank you.
So happy holidays to you,
You
Lisa.
too.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, now we're going to move forward and we're going to talk to some folks from, what the heck, Maui United Ways here again.
Those guys.
Gosh,
Again, we're here.
they're just here whenever there's an opening. It's I'll take it, and that's not because of their chief professional officer or anything. She doesn't do that.
No, it's because they do a lot for the community.
They do, and
They have a lot going on.
everybody knows them, and they've always got something new happening. And so we've got Lox Abraham, who's the chief professional officer, and we've got Kanoe Medeiros, who is, what did you say your title was?
Programs coordinator.
There you go. Oh, that was Kaimana.
Close.
She's on top of it.
Projects
Kaimana's always
coordinator.
said.
Projects.
And so, what are you guys doing now? Holiday toy drive.
That's right. We just jumped into the next thing. So it's the holiday season, and we're doing a toy drive. So it's going on right now, and we'll keep on collecting toys through December 14th. And we have lots of drop-off locations for you to donate new unwrapped toys. We have Ben Franklin in Queen Ka'ahumanu Center, Ace Hardware Stores in Kihei, Lahaina, and Pukalani, Habitat for Humanity, Pacific Radio Group. We have the mayor's office at the County of Maui building, and of course our office, Maui United Way.
So now, who gets these toys? and
All
gifts?
the toys are given to participants or clients in need through our 34 nonprofit partner agencies.
So the agencies have a list of people that they're looking for toys or gifts for, and they will be accepting what you bring them, or how does this work?
So we let them know that we are having a toy drive, and we ask for a count, and they give us a count of the number of toys that they need.
What age?
And we
what age
try to
group-
accommodate
What age group are you trying to serve here?
0 to 18.
0 to 18.
Big kids needs toys
Big
too.
kids
That's
need
true.
gifts too.
That's
yes.
true. Gotcha. So any value,
Any value, anything.
anything.
Any new unwrapped toy.
Gotcha. Lox, you're just busting over there wanting to say something. I don't know how long
I
she
think
can
she's
last.
doing a great job.
Thanks.
She has that look on her face like, oh, I'm going to burst if I don't get
But and I just want to mention that we have 2 big events coming up which will help, which we're hoping to get more toys. So one is Friday at Wailuku First Friday. We're teaming up with Meyer Computers, and they're going to do picture taking with Santa. So we'll have Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho.
and that was kind of good. It needs to be just a little lower, but that's all right.
Ho, ho, ho.
Okay, all right, there we are.
He's getting ready.
He's getting ready. Do we know who Santa Claus is? Kind of? No.
Yes, he's Santa Claus.
He's Santa Claus. Okay.
It's from the North Pole.
This is the
Susie.
real one. Oh,
This is
okay.
the real Santa.
Okay.
Spreading joy and cheer.
To every little boy and girl. What? So where are you going to be on Market Street?
We will be at, the address location is 2008 on Main Street.
Oh, on Main Street.
So it's the office right next to Maui thing.
Kama'aina Properties.
The
So it's the big-
Horkajos.
Yes.
So maybe Kainoa will be Santa?
We honestly,
We have no idea.
we have special connections with the North Pole, so you know
okay.
we're not at liberty to disclose what time Saint Nick will be around, but you know we know he's going to show up for our event.
He will be there definitely to take pictures with kids, families, you know, whoever wants to, and you can get your picture taken with Santa for a toy donation or a donation of $5.
Both adults and children are welcome to participate.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So on Main Street.
Yeah, and they're
On
going to
Main
print out
Street.
your picture right then and there. So you come, you take your picture, you donate a toy, you know, or you pay just $5 and you get to take a picture with Santa. You get to meet Santa, and we'll print it out on your way out.
If
And
you're-
you help Maui United Way.
Yeah. And if you're a parent and you haven't done your Christmas card yet, you could get your picture taken with Santa this Friday and still have time to address it and send it out to everyone.
Yep.
Perfect opportunity.
Well, you guys are just thinking. This is almost like a workshop going on in here. It's we're putting this thing together as we talk. Okay, so that's on the 7th. That's the evening.
That's the evening.
That's like from 6
to
to
9.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay, and then you have another event.
We have another event on Saturday, which is our community partner agency fair, and that's from 10 o'clock in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, and we'll be at Ka'ahumanu Shopping Center with all of our partner agencies, and we'll just be there sharing information with anybody in the public who's interested in knowing what we do or what any one of our partner agencies do, and we'll also be collecting toys there.
But Santa won't be there.
Well, he'll be there taking
be around.
pictures right behind the stage.
Behind the
Oh, okay.
stage.
Oh, is that where Santa
He works
is?
Saturdays at
Yeah.
the mall.
Ah, okay. I guess I need to get out more.
He's also working Saturday up in Makawao, but I think people.
That's a busy Santa.
Yeah.
How can he be everywhere at once?
That's
he's
the
magic.
Secret of Santa. The secret of Santa. He's everywhere at once.
And just to
Needs
remind
be.
everyone, at our agency fair, we will be collecting toy donations right there at the mall. So it couldn't be easier. You can walk over to KB Toy Store, or you can stop by Sears. Just pick up a small little gift and donate it to us. We'll be right at center stage.
Now, you're not looking at clothes or things like that. You just want toys.
Clothes work too.
Clothes are good.
Clothes, books, toys. We're trying to stay away from perishables,
Okay.
but pretty much anything that a kid could appreciate. You know.
You know, the deal that I'm just thinking of, the Maui Friends of the Library has that store now in Ka'ahumanu Center.
Yes.
Stop in there. The books are so cheap, right? And they're in good shape. They're
Yeah.
not, I mean, they're gently used, but, you know, you can spend a little bit of money, get a lot of books, and go right straight down to the stage area and turn them in.
Absolutely.
Books are great gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. There you go,
So
Maui Friends of
easy.
the
That
Library.
sounds so easy.
Yeah, doesn't it? I mean, it's right there.
We got your weekend planned. Saturday with us. Saturday night.
Friday night with Santa, and Saturday with you. Okay.
Yeah, and
We gotta-
just to remind everybody, Friday night at going back to First Friday, where we'll be there with Meyer Computer at Kama'aina Properties. There's gonna be a ton of stuff going on at First Friday. It's basically, I guess their theme is Twinkle in Wailuku. And they're going to have a mini Christmas parade. They're going to have all kinds of concerts going on. There's going to be great food everywhere. All the vendors up there do special stuff for the holidays. So it's going to be a great time. If you have the time to stop by, everything gets started at about 6 o'clock. We'll be there from 6 to 9 doing the pictures with Santa, but there's a ton of other stuff going up there. So make a family night of it and come up and get your picture taken with Santa and check out all the great festivities that are going on.
That's cool.
Yeah.
First Fridays is really the place to be,
Yeah.
especially in Wailuku Town.
Right.
Yep, and
Yeah.
they have The Wizard of Oz playing right now, too, so you could make a whole evening of it.
At the Eon
There's just a
Theater.
ton of stuff
Eon
going on
Theater.
up there. It's a good Friday to go. It's going to be a big First Friday this week.
What's the secret to parking?
You know, one of the things that they do offer is they have free parking at Maui Medical Group lot, and they will shuttle you up there.
Wow.
So that's a very easy way to do it. Otherwise, it's who you know around that area.
Yeah,
Or
to find
if you don't
parking.
mind walking a little bit, you might have to park off the side streets a little ways from there. But it's not that bad. I've parked a couple times and walked. So,
Yeah.
you know, either way, make your way out there. And if you work up in Wailuku, hang out for a little bit and then come out and enjoy yourself with us later.
And then go get your car and go home
Yes,
because it's already been parked.
exactly.
We're going to take a break while we think about more parking options.
Aloha, this is Paul from Pacific Source. We'd like to wish everyone the happiest of holidays and thank you for your support over the years. Pacific Source has offered more of what builders and homeowners value most in building materials and cabinet design. We've done this by offering superior customer service and products, as well as by designing kitchens and baths that are intelligent and elegant while staying true to your vision and budget. Visit our showroom in Waikapu in Central Maui, where we display a variety of cabinets as well as top-name appliances like Sub-Zero, Wolf, Viking, KitchenAid, and more. We display countertops, tile and wood flooring, and several brands of windows and doors, including Fleetwood multi-slides and Lock & Tina folding doors. Maybe you can give your home a holiday gift that you'll love. Come in and talk to our designers about making your dreams become a reality. From concept to completion, we really believe our attention to detail and superior service are what sets us apart. Let us show you what we mean. We are Pacific Source at 515 East Oahe Way in the Consolidated Base Yard in Waikapu, just off Waiko Road. Call us at 986-0380 or look us up online at packsource.com.
I think maybe next week it's time for Christmas music to start.
Yeah.
Huh? We'll do that. We'll forego our exciting music for a couple of weeks, and
But I absolutely love that intro.
I know. Whenever Lox is here, we have to get her off the table before the music stops. But that's just Lox. So
You know, one other thing that I'm seeing on this list here from First Friday, which we were talking about prior, Dora is going to be there, Dora the Explorer. Elmo's going to be there with friends. So, I mean, not only is Santa Claus going to be in the house, there's going to be all kinds of sesame fun going on up there. So it's a great time to bring your kids. If you're like me, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to take my kids to that, but this is the one to take your kids to.
This is a good one. Lots of good stuff going on.
I'm trying to figure out how they're going to do a parade down the street with all the people packed in the street.
They are doing a Christmas parade from Main Street to Vineyard, and it's going to be with Councilmember Mike Victorino, Hawaii All-Star Cheer Babes, and the Maui High School Band. Can you imagine a band going through the street?
Whoa.
I got to be there just to see that.
I know.
That's going to be interesting. But yeah, I'm looking at the list of all the stuff that they got going on, and you know they have Hawaiian handmade Christmas wreath making, West Furimoto playing slack key guitar. Like I mentioned earlier, the Wizard of Oz is playing at 7:30. The grand opening to Old Wailuku Grill, and Beer and Wine Garden is open up there, and a number of other fun and entertaining things going on with lots of good food. So, like we said, come out and take your picture with Santa and donate a toy and, you know, put a little cheer into a child's life.
There you go. There you go. And have fun while you're doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Great family night program. I'd like to have an aerial view of that.
That
The
should be
parade.
interesting, yeah.
You know, sky. Yeah.
That'd be nice. You can go online. They do have a webcam.
Do they?
Yeah, so you can go online and view it.
Watch
I
as
want
it's
an
happening.
aerial view of Councilmember Victorino with the cheerleaders and the band, if he's gonna jump in with them. He's
Do some
pretty
cheers.
game for, you know, he's athletic. I know that guy. He'll participate.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yep.
He didn't volunteer to do this for nothing. I mean,
No.
he's got something in mind he's going to pull while he's out there, and it should be very entertaining. So, is this the first time you've done this toy drive?
No.
No.
It's the first time we've officially done it ourselves. And see, every year what happens is we get requests from all over the place, from our partner agencies, we get individuals that call us, we get churches that call us, all requesting toys for the holidays. So, you know, because I'm sure a lot of people are thinking the same thing we were, you know, there's a lot of toy drives out there, you know, can't they serve the need? Well, obviously the need is not being met. So that's kind of why we jumped into the picture. And, you know, we partnered with a bunch of great businesses. Just to give them a shout out, we have partnerships with the County of Maui, Ben Franklin's Crafts, Ace Hardware, Meyer Computer, and Habitat for Humanity. And we did this to ensure that, you know, there's all those kids out there that are having a tough time during the holidays, or those families that are struggling a bit with finances during the holidays. I know it's a stressful time for a lot of people, that this kind of eases the burden a little bit and ensures that, you know, a couple more keiki out there are happy during the holidays. And we just want to be able to contribute to that in any way that we possibly can. So, you know, the other thing is if you are listening to us and you're a business out there and you're interested in doing a little bit more this holiday season, you know, go ahead and do a toy drive within your own workplace, even if it's just a couple of toys, and we'll be happy to come and pick them up. And then I'll let Kanoi tell you about how individuals can contact us.
Okay.
It's over to Kanoi.
Individuals who are in need of toys for their keiki can give us a call at 244-8787 and ask for me, Kanoi, and I'll get all your information and try to help you out as much as we can.
That number again is 244.
8787.
Oh, the easy part is what I missed.
Yeah.
Okay. That's typical. Okay, so the families can contact you. The agencies have already contacted you with their needs.
Yes.
And you're out there just collecting everything you can. And when we call it a toy drive, it's toys, books, clothing, whatever.
Anything.
Whatever. Anything we can, that the agencies can wrap up and, you know, give as a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
It's something that a child can open on Christmas morning and be happy with.
You know, we've seen a lot of special fundraising over the holidays, and we will see more as we get closer to it. And the idea, I mean, toys is what Christmas is too. It's a symbol, the gift, which goes back to the early gifts of Christmas. And I think that if we think of it in that respect, it's not just something for kids to play with and, you know, break or whatever. It's that giving, and it's better to give than to receive, right?
I can think of
Yes.
a great opportunity for businesses to maybe forego gift giving to each other within the office, and maybe give a note to someone and say, hey, instead of buying you a gift, you know, I bought a gift in your honor.
Behalf. Yep.
Great
On your
idea.
behalf for a child in need. And that's probably going to go a lot further than, you know, an adult who is doing fine, or, you know, whatever. A kid.
It's just another something to take home and
Yeah.
throw,
Such a
throw in that
magical
drawer.
time. Yeah.
And to
exactly.
remember too, like even with our picture with Santa, I thought, you know, what a wonderful concept. The kid has to bring the toy into Santa with the understanding that they're giving it for another kid in need. And it teaches your kids such great lessons. You know, it's not your traditional meet Santa and take a picture. You're actually bringing something to give to a child in need. And that's such a great lesson to teach your kids. I mean, that's one of the things that I think is going to be great about this picture with Santa, and useful for a good life lesson for most kids. So,
You know, I'm sitting here thinking about this, and I'm thinking about some of the Hallmark Channel movies. You guys get hooked on those in the Christmas season?
No.
Oh, it's like, I mean, Saturday.
where you're sitting there crying and you're like,
Oh.
why am I crying?
Saturday after, you know, starting with like breakfast, I'll turn it on, and I'm sitting there watching it, and all of a sudden I'm in the second movie, and then the third movie, and it's like, I gotta get something done, you know, I gotta quit this. But it's just, there's something about those movies that they put together for Christmas. I mean, well, that's what it's all about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they always have happy endings. That's the one thing, you know, it never ends with the ship sinking, and it never ends with the boat or the plane crashing or anything like that. It all comes, I mean, there's trials and tribulations in the movie, but it all comes around and everybody's happy for Christmas. And that spirit just, it does something for me. I don't know about the rest of you if
Yes,
you
it
watch them,
does.
but
And
it's like, I have to have my fix of that. and I don't know why. I just, when they started doing it years ago, well, when the Hallmark Channel
It's
came
tradition.
on.
Yeah.
It's
It's part
become
of
part of the
tradition.
tradition, yeah.
You know, and just to remind our listeners out there, you know, one of the things that United Way constantly advocates about is volunteerism. And during the holiday season, you know, if money's tight and you are having some financial challenges, there are numerous agencies out there right at this moment looking for volunteers to help provide different services to the needy or to the clients that they serve. So if you are interested in getting involved and, you know, maybe the donations is not something that you can do during this time, you can go out and volunteer for your favorite nonprofit and give back in that way, because they need your help, and that is just as beneficial to these agencies as monetary donations. They can use the volunteers. So, you know, you could go to our website at mauiunitedway.org, check out the list of our 34 different partner agencies, and find out which one you might want to give back to by spending an hour or two volunteering, you know, whether it's helping them serve food or helping them in the office, you know, folding some letters, or maybe doing some yard work for them. This is a great time, like as you mentioned, the spirit of the holidays, to come out and do for others before yourself, and give back during this holiday season to help out some people in need. So
I think everybody kind of takes on a little lighter step during the holidays, yeah?
Yeah,
A little
that's
bit
a great
kinder.
example.
Yeah.
I had a member come down just yesterday. I showed up to work and he was there already at 7:30, and he was raking up leaves. And I asked, Richard, what are you doing? He's like, well, you know, I haven't been down in a while, and I just thought, you know, if I'm gonna go down there, I need to do something productive. And he was out there for 3 hours.
wow.
And he just raked and picked up leaves, and just it looks great down there, and it makes such a difference, and it helps our maintenance staff, and I could just tell he was taking so much pride in what he was doing, and he didn't need any acknowledgement or anything. He just felt good doing the work for our nonprofit, and reminded me that that's what it's all about right now.
A lot of people don't realize just something as simple as coming and raking and doing a little yard work for your organization. Like, we don't have janitorial or yard people. We can't, you know, like even in our staff, we clean our own office. We each are responsible for our own spaces. We don't have people to come in and do those great things for us. So, you know, when somebody comes and volunteers, you're actually saving the organization money and time and resources, and that's a huge value. So, you know, great example.
It is
of
I
a
how
always
volunteering
say
helps.
Yeah.
nonprofits, we scrub the toilets and meet with the mayor.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the same day.
But maybe in the same
Sometimes
day.
But maybe in the same day. Hopefully, anyway.
I was vacuuming my office just this
I
morning.
think it's more the spectrum. Maybe I shouldn't use the mayor, but you know, it's a spectrum of what we do. You know, Maui United Way, you guys serve a spectrum of clients and nonprofit agencies, and
Nothing's too little and nothing's too big.
Yeah.
Right. Without
Nothing's
it,
it's
too
within our
important.
reach.
And it's definitely a team effort. Like, you know, it's not like in nonprofits you have certain people to do this and certain people to do that. You do it to a certain extent, but for the most part, like, for example, at United Way, and I'm sure like at Hawaiian Canoe Club and your organization also, we're all in
That's
small
Lokahi
office.
Pacific.
Lokahi Pacific, I know. But we have small staffs, and a lot of time people don't realize that we are jacks of all trades. You know, for example, Kanoi does everything in our office. She knows how to do everything because we have to share those duties to be able to fulfill our mission. It's just kind of how things go. I mean, nothing's too big or too small. Like I said, I was vacuuming the office this morning. You know, we just kind of share in all those duties, but we can't get the work done without volunteers. So come out and volunteer this holiday season and help out a nonprofit in need.
because Lox doesn't like to vacuum.
So we'll take volunteers.
Yeah. Well, the vacuuming's done at this point.
Oh, okay.
You know, we
Save it for next year.
Yeah.
Once
have
a
lots
year,
of
whether
other
needed
stuff.
or not. Very good, very good. Well, I happened to cross your report to the donors for 2012,
Yes.
and I mean, you've got some organizations on here that I didn't know you helped before.
You mean you didn't know something about our organization, Susie?
I'm still learning, you know. But it's because of the new system. It's not new anymore. What,
Yeah.
4 years
It's
now?
2
or
years
something?
in.
2 years.
2
Okay.
years in, yeah.
That you give 4 purposes
Yes.
rather than just 2 agencies.
Yes. Yes.
And so people will be on here this year, maybe not next year, depending on what their need is, what they've asked for. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
You know, basically we fund 3 different impact areas. We fund education, improving children's education. We fund income, which is empowering families to become financially stable. And we also fund the impact area of health, because, where are you without good health? And everything that we do within our program funding, so basically every agency that you see in our organization, we're funding a specific program to meet those needs. So they have to fall under the areas of education, income, and health, as we're trying to see the bigger picture and get to the grassroots problems that are underlying and causing these things to continuously occur, and trying to solve problems there. So in the future, we have to deal with less issues. But, the need is constantly there. No matter how hard we work, these agencies need your support. They need the support of the community to make these programs possible. Because, for example, with United Way, last year, our funding alone touched close to 75,000 people, none of which would have been able to happen unless we had the caring and generous support of our donors. So our donors make us. We can't do the work that we do every day without the support of our donors. So we're just so grateful for all the generous donors out there that care enough to give some of their hard-earned dollars to give back to their community and to make a difference. So
Now, the same three areas, education, income, and health, continue forward.
Yes.
Okay.
That's actually a national initiative, but how we tie it in locally is every few years we do community forums where we bring in different stakeholders within the areas of education, income, and health. And we do like a couple hour long forum where we get input from the community to identify where they feel the needs are. And then what we try to do through our board work is we identify how to target those needs with the programs that we fund. It's kind of a complicated process, but the idea is to make sure that we're putting the money where our community wants the money to go.
Are you seeing a greater level of success doing this way?
Yes, we are. I mean, the bottom line is just in the last year, we've served close to 12,000 more people than we did in the year prior. So we're already expanding our reach in the community. And, the tough part is that we initiated this in a very poor economic climate. So we're working against those factors, but we have seen the campaign continue to grow. The bottom line is that donors want to be directly connected with outcomes. They want to know exactly how their money is making a difference. And through this new process, we're able to provide that for them. As you can see in our brochure, we have a list of all the great things that are happening in the community. And I just wanted to point out also, if there are any nonprofits out there listening to the show, we are going to be opening up our funding process in January of this year. This is the only opportunity to apply for partnerships. So if you're interested in getting involved as a partner agency, we're going to be accepting requests for proposal during the month of January. So contact us if you're interested.
And she just shot my next question.
I was reading your mind.
I must have had it printed out here somewhere or something, because that was going to be my next question, because I figured it must be about time.
Yep. We're close. It's we fund for a 2-year period, so we're just wrapping up the last not quarter, but the last 6 months of our final funding for this 2-year period. So the next one starts as of July 1st of next year. So this is when we start the process. It takes a couple months, for us to go through the whole grant allocation process. But if you're interested, call us now.
And the donors can rest assured that you're doing your job to kind of vet these nonprofits and make sure that there are direct services being, that the money is really getting to where you need to be.
The bottom line of why you give to United Way is to ensure that your money is being spent effectively and efficiently, to make sure that the purpose of that funding is providing the service that it was intended to. And we do monitor our agency's progress. Every 6 months, they have to fill out a report to us, a pretty intensive report, showing how they've met the outcomes that they told us they would meet. So we monitor them to make sure that everything they say is going to happen.
That's great.
Terrific. And as you can tell, we're going right down to the wire with this show. That number again is 244-8787 for more information from Maui United Way. Thank you, Kanoe and Locks, and we thank Lisa for being here from the Maui Memorial Medical Center Foundation. And again, join us next week when we have 2 more guests from our agencies to talk story about what they are doing. We encourage everyone to get involved by giving, advocating, or volunteering for your favorite nonprofit. Again, join us next week, same time, 12 o'clock noon on Wednesday, KAOI Radio, 1110 AM, 96.7. And I'm Susie Tiemann.
I'm Kaimana Brummel. Thanks, Pacific Source.
And thank you, Gary, for your help and assistance. And everybody have a great week. Aloha.
Happy holidays.